Yeah, you know what time it is. It's the Milkman, and I'm back in this thing, baby, from Milkman TV. And guys, you know you're on a university campus in Canada when you see the student unions protesting and crying about how high tuition fees are. So I decided to find out if this is really true. I mean, will you get the best post-secondary education possible if you're not balling out of control? Look, if you're thinking about enrolling at a Canadian university anytime soon, the figures coming up will definitely resonate with you. Because look, I hit up Stats Canada and found the data I was looking for. By using previously collected tuition numbers, we're going to compare them with this year's fees of many of the top universities to see how deep our pockets really need to be just to be able to sit in a lecture hall. Now, keep in mind, a part of this list includes programs that coincide with post-grad schools and disciplines, so I've excluded those entries for the sake of this video, just to keep things easy. And don't forget, the following numbers and information is strictly for educational purposes only. If you plan on pursuing these programs, do your own due diligence and research so you're informed of the costs and budget correctly. So with that being said, let's go down the list of the top 5 most expensive undergrad university disciplines in Canada. Let's go. Number 5, kinesiology. So starting off the countdown is the category Parks, Recreation, Leisure, and Fitness Studies, which averages at $5,887 nationally. Now, Stats Canada has a whole definition explaining which disciplines are included in this category, but for simplicity's sake, I just chose kinesiology as our focus. And I hit up universitymagazine.ca to source the top 10 kin universities in Canada. Of this list, McGill reigned king at $11,350 for non-Quebec residents, with the runner-up being University of Calgary at $10,368. Now, if you don't have the increments to secure a spot at one of these two campuses, UBC would definitely be an option for you, running at $5,843, just below the national average. Number 4, architecture. With an architecture degree being in the number 4 slot at an average of $6,372, I took the College Gazette's list of top 10 architecture schools in Canada to research the best of the best. My investigation concluded that U-Waterloo took the cake for the most expensive architecture undergrad degree at approximately 13 racks. And coming in at a close second is McGill at $11,805 for non-residents of Quebec. Now, I know what you're saying. Milkman, these prices are pretty much double the national average. How am I going to afford that? Well, look, if your pockets have nothing in them but lint and bubblegum, Dalhousie may be within your price point, as it was the cheapest option at $6,421 and plays very close to the national average. Let's go. Number 3, mathematics and computer science. With the mathematics, computer science, and information sciences category posting up at number 3, I took to universitymagazine.ca to find out what the top 10 math schools in Canada were. Now, of course, the usual suspect U-Waterloo came out to play again, with their math and computer science tuition costing around $9,000 and $17,000 respectively. I averaged that out to around $13,000, which easily landed them in the number 1 spot. Placing in second was U-Alberta at $9,954, leaving UBC at $5,843, well below the national average of $6,650 and the easiest option for your bank account. So you do the math. Number 2, social work. In number 2, we get the business, management, and public administration category with a national average of $6,835. Now, because Canada has some top-notch business schools which may skew our research when attempting to extract the best of the best, I decided to just use social work as our sample case since it falls within public administration. I looked at the first 10 institutions on degreesandcareers.info's top social work universities in Canada list, and it's evident that University of Regina requires the most dividends at $9,831. Sliding through at a quick second is Western U at $7,891, and the cheapest option for those still wanting to study in the top 10 would be University of Fraser Valley, way below the national average at $5,380. Number 1, engineering. Making their way at number 1 is engineering, with a national average cost of $8,087 annually. And if you guessed UWaterloo as a winner of this category to take the three-peat, you are absolutely correct. UWaterloo finds itself at the head of the pack again, with tuition fees at $18,000 for Ontario residents and $19,000 for out-of-province students. U of T is the runner-up at $15,330, and falling below the average is UBC at $7,693. Now, as you can see, if you really want to get into these top schools, your pockets need to be deeper than the Atlantic Ocean. Of course, there are cheaper options, but would that really give your parents bragging rights when they talk about you to their friends? Anyways, I hope you guys have been saving those pennies that the Tooth Fairy gave you, because it doesn't look like the cost of degrees are getting any cheaper. But you know what time it is. It's the Milkman. I hope this video benefited you in some type of way. I would love to see your thoughts in the comments below. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm off this. Easy, fam.